This is Ryan Duke with Fortis Amor, and you are geeking out to Gear Gods. Alright guys, so we're going to get into some of my gear, obviously, and the recording process and what goes on in this humble little studio. So we'll start with recording, Cubase Pro, Reason, and Melodyne. That triad of software has been awesome to use. For recording, I use RME Babyface, little tiny guy right here, and it is really nice, really highly rated, and because it's all just me, I don't need anything bigger. And I got a simple studio channel from PreSonus, has compressor. It's a preamp, obviously, but it's got a compressor, EQ, and that's it. It's pretty nice, and that's pretty simple. I use a Shure SM7B microphone. There's one up there. I don't even know if you can see it. It is awesome. Honestly, when I first used it, though, I was always used to using condenser microphones. That took me a while to get comfortable with a dynamic microphone. It was a bit weird, but now I love it. I got some Grado headphones here. These are the SR60. It's a pretty cheap, I think $60 headphone. I'm not even sure if you could still buy them or not, probably, but they are great open headphones for mixing. They sound amazing. I also have these Audio Technica, whatever this is, M50X, I don't know. Anyway, these are great for recording vocals, and it's also good for just an extra thing to check in with mixing if you want a different sound. Different sound comparisons help a lot. If you record, you know what I'm talking about. My monitors are these BX8As by M Audio. They were pretty inexpensive, but they do the trick. New thing I got here is this Helix by Line 6. Just got it, testing it out. So far it's pretty awesome, but I haven't given it enough time yet to give you any sort of info on that. Yeah, let's get into talking about the guitars and what we have, what we're using here. To start out with is this simple Taylor acoustic guitar. It is probably one of the lower end models. I'm not even sure what number it is. 114 CE. I bought this because I always wanted a Taylor, and when they came out with them somewhere around 2007 or 8, 2007 I think, I snagged one up real quick because I needed a new acoustic, and it sounds pretty lush. No disappointments whatsoever with this. All the acoustics on the full-length album were recorded with that and Neumann microphone. Right. The next thing we got, this is my newest guitar, is a Kiesel Aries multi-scale 7-string. This one I was actually I haven't played 7-string in a really long time, and I wanted one to play around with, and now I play it all the freaking time because it sounds super amazing. It's chambered body and quilted maple top, obviously, with their Cali burst finished, swamp ash body, which is a must for me, and just the maple neck, nothing fancy there, nice and solid. And it's got some glow-in-the-dark side dots and fancy things, abalone inlays, royal ebony fretboard. So everything on here is pretty bright sounding, which I want, especially for lower tuning, nice and punchy. This guitar with the chambered body, it sounds unreal, and having these multi-scale and then the reverse inline headstock, you get this really long area here for the string to stretch out, so it has more of like a piano sort of sound, this big thick sound with the chambered body. It has this really throaty, nasty just sound to it. I've not played a guitar that sounds like this one, even when I was in their showroom testing out the same style of guitar, but it was just built differently. I don't think it was chambered. It was probably different woods, and it did not sound the way this thing sounds. It's just, it sounds crazy. Plays great. Stock Kiesel pickups. Nothing crazy going on here. All right. And finally is this Carvin, which of course Carvin is now Kiesel again. DC 600. I spent a year planning out this guitar, researching tone woods and pickups to figure out exactly what I wanted for my regular playing guitar, and I am extremely happy with this. So we'll go through what is really happening here. Spalted Maple top, obviously. We'll get a close-up of that because it is probably, in my opinion, I'm a little biased, but the best spalt I've ever seen on a guitar. And we got the Swamp Ash body and maple walnut 5-piece neck, ebony fingerboard, and most of these woods are pretty, again, real punchy, real tight sounding, and not really warm. This is a very bright guitar. I did that intentionally so that when this is tuned, I tuned to C sharp standard, and then I drop down to B. This is C sharp right now, but yeah, I'll do like a drop B, similar to a drop D tuning. But yeah, I wanted all super bright, punchy sounds so that it was real tight sounding and everything can be heard. When you have a lot of high gain, a lot of distortion, you don't want, you know, things to just blend together and sound like mush. Well, some bands do, and sometimes it works, but for what I do, I want it to be more precise. And if I want it to get warmer or sloppier, then I'll do that with some effects and extra distortions or whatever, or just roll back the tone knob. This has push-pull for coil split and 3-way switch. In here we have some bare knuckle Juggernauts. Right now, definitely my favorite pickup. I feel like these fit exactly what I need, and they're warmer sounding. They're a little bit more on the bass and mid side versus the high end side, and I got these to offset the overt brightness of the guitar. It's still pretty bright, especially when I pull this out. It's real bright when we're doing a single coil, but it just sounds ridiculously heavy. It's really nice. Leads have a lot of just thick dripping tone. Love it. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you guys found this interesting. There's other little things in here I could show you, but it's probably not that important for most of you gear guys. But yeah, awesome. Take care.